Good morning students and welcome to our YouTube channel Gnan Manjari Modern School. So in the previous videos we have just started the chapter number 4, that is human body. In that we have seen about the body. Our body contains what and where it is just located. So our body has a skeleton. Okay students, without the skeleton our body can't just able to stand or sit. Okay students, that we have seen in the introduction part, and after that we have seen the skeletal system. See here, soft organs are protected by skeletal and muscular system. So first of all we have just started the skeletal system. See here, in that they have just said that an adult human being has 206 bones. Okay students, and the parts of the skeletons, see here, as we have seen, the skull, backbone or spine. The parts of the skeletal parts of the skeletal system. In that we have seen the 4 parts of it. The first was the skull, second was the spine or backbone, third was the rib cage, fourth the upper and lower limbs, upper and lower limbs. Okay students, so these are the parts of the skeletal. So the skull means the part which is on the head. Okay students, which is above the neck, this is skull. All are jointed bones in our skull. Only the jaw is movable, anything else is not movable. Okay students, because all have bones have joint, only a jaw is just movable. Why? Because if we eat or drink anything, the jaw can just have teeth, so they can we are able to eat and speak from that, so the jaw is movable. And then we have talked about the spine or the backbone. We know that this is our backbone. Okay students, we have seen that in that vertebrae and other things there were. See here, the backbone or spine is made up of 33 bones called the vertebrae. The lower 4 are joined together to form a coccyx, and the just 5 above are joined to form a scrotum. So they are sometimes taken as 26 vertebrae. The vertebrae are ring-shaped bones that lies on the top of other. Delicate spinal cord passes through the passage for channel from the vertebral column. The bones are arranged in such a way that the spine is flexible. This allowed us to bend forward, back and sideways. Okay students, see here, this is the backbone. This is the backbone. We can just adjust ourselves like forward, back and side by side with the help of the spinal cord or the backbone. And then after we just talked about the rib cage. What is rib cage? Rib cage means the part which is on the chest. You can see that there is a figure given in the textbook about rib cage. It just protects our heart and lungs. The rib cage protects our heart and lungs. Okay students, here I am reading it. There are 12 pairs of ribs, each joined to vertebra at the back. The 7 pairs of top are directly joined to the sternum or the breastbone in the front, and the 3 pairs below them join each other and then join the sternum. The last 2 ribs are not joined to the sternum, they are called floating ribs. Okay students, they are called floating ribs. The rib protects the heart and the lungs. Okay students, the rib protects the heart and the lungs. Moving towards next, that is limbs. First of all, what are limbs? Let us see that. Here I am reading that we have a pair of upper limbs or arms or lower limbs or legs. The arms have long bones, the humerus in the upper arm and the radius and the ulna in the lower arm. The wrist has 8 bones, the palm 5 and the finger 14. You can count the bones and the joint in your figure. See here, the upper arm, upper limb or upper arm figure is given below over here. You can see that, see how these are adjusted. See here, the wrist has 8 bones and then the palm has 5 and the fingers have 14 bones. See here, they are given there. And similarly, the legs have the ferrum or the thick bone, the tibia and fibula, the 2 bones from the knees to the ankle. The ankles have 8 bones each, the feet 5 and the toe 14. There is also the patella or the kneecap. There are arms jointed to the shoulder girdle and the legs to the hip girdle by ball and socket joint. The top part of the limbs is rounded like a ball and fits into the cup or hollow in the girdles. This allows circular or rotatory movement. This is how we can rotate our arms and throw a ball. In the same way, the legs can swung in the air. Have you seen an acrobat and or on a parallel bar? See here, now they are just talking about the limbs, means these bones, and about the legs. Okay students, now we are just upper limbs means the hands and the bones which are on the hands, and the lower limbs means the legs. You can see here, these we can just from the knee we can just bend this hand. Why? Because there is a joint over here. In the finger you can see that you can just bend the finger because there is a joint over here, and as in the here you can see that also here. See here, it is a rounded bone joint, so we can just throw the ball and just see here we can just round our hand. Okay students, so this bone is rounded bone, and as the legs also are just movable. Okay students, so this is all about the upper and the lower limbs. Now some of the uses are given of the skeletal. Let us first of all discuss about that. So our next topic is uses of the skeleton. Uses of the skeleton. See here, one by one we are just writing the uses and we are just discussing. So the first use is the skeleton gives shape and support to the body. Okay students, shape and support to the body. Next one is it protects the soft delicate internal organs the cranium protects the brain and the rib cage protects the lungs and the heart. Okay students, so the third one is bones contains bone marrow which produces red blood cell okay students, and the fourth one bone stores minerals such as calcium and phosphorus. Calcium and phosphorus. Next, fifth one, with the help of the muscles fixed to them, bones make all movements possible. So these are the 5 uses of the skeleton. Let us see one by one. See here, the first and the very important use is the skeleton gives shape and support to the body. Means without skeleton we can't able to sit or stand. Okay students, we can't able to sit or stand. And next one is it protects the soft delicate organs, internal organs. The cranium protects the brain, the rib cage protects the lungs and the heart. See here students, these are the some of the delicate internal organs. Why? Because if there is a damage in brain, then we can't live. If there is a damage in lungs, then also we can't live. And if there is a damage in heart, then also we can't live. Okay students, so these are some of the delicate organs. So without this we can't live. So this skeletal protects brain, lungs and the heart. So the cranium protects the brain, rib cage protects the lungs and the heart. And our next use is bone contains the bone marrow. Bone contains the bone marrow which produces red blood cell. Okay students, if the enough red blood cell is not there in your body, then you can just have some of the disease in your body. Next is bone stores minerals such as calcium and phosphorus. So bones also stores minerals. Which minerals? Calcium and phosphorus. These both minerals are stored in bones. Okay students, and next and the last is with the help of the muscles fixed to them, bones make all movements possible. See here, if the bones are not movable, means bones are not jointed, see here, then we can't just, the hand will be straight only. If there is no joint over here, then we can't just do this. Your hand will be straight only. You can't, you have to write like this. You can't write like this. Okay students, so the main are some of the joints, muscles which are there in our body, so we can just easily move. And if the bones do not have the joints, we can't able to sit properly. We can't sit properly. Okay students, you just imagine if you don't have joints, how does you can walk, how you can just sit, and how you can just write. See, just imagine by yourself at home. Okay students, if the bones do not have joints, okay students, then you can see the IPL is not going on. Why? The IPL can't go over any other cricket matches. Why? Because the bowler will can't able to just move his hand properly, then the cricket match will not possible. Okay students, next is about joints. Just we are just talking about it only. See here, you have already seen that bones can be movable or immovable. The bones of the skulls have immovable joints. These are immovable in order to protect the brains. Means the skull do not have bones, are jointed, but they are not movable joints. Okay students, they are immovable joints. There are tissues called ligaments that conjoins the bone at movable joints. Movable joints can be of different types. Means there are first of all the joints of two types, movable joints and immovable joints. Movable joints means, see here, this is movable joint. Okay students, and there are some of the joints in your skull, but that joints are not movable. Why it is not movable? if they are movable, then it harms to our brain. So they are not movable. Now let us see further. Okay students, see here, first we will see hingle joints. What is it? The elbow, the knee and the finger and the toe joints are the examples of it. Means the joint, see here, the elbow, knee at the, in the leg, elbow, knee, finger and toe, means this toe, finger have the joints are known as which joints? Hingle joints. You may have noticed that we can bend our arm at the elbow in only one direction. Means, have you seen a person? This joint is possible in the, this joint is known as hingle joint. Why it is known as? See, let us see that. See here, you, this are only where the, this in the thumbs, elbow, knee and in the fingers. You can see students, this thumb, just you can do this, it can't go back, it is not movable backside. This also, this and see here, this is also you can move only in the one direction. Your hand can't be bent opposite in the opposite direction. Why it can't be just go there? See, in your leg also it can't move in the this side only, it can't move above. Why? See here, there are some points. You may have noticed that we can bend our arm at at the elbow in only one direction. In same way, the leg can also bend at the knee only in one way. There are called hingle joints. Like the door hingles, they fold in only one direction. Means, have you seen the doors? Doors just open in only one direction. We know that here if it is door, then it will open on this. So these are the hingle joints which are present in the doors also. Okay students, which only use in the one direction, and further joints we will see in our next video. Okay students, now please write down your homework students. So your today's homework is so in your today's homework, what you have to do is you have to read topics, sorry, you have to read about the limbs, upper and lower, and about the joints which we have seen. Okay students, and you have to write the uses of the skeletal, which is written over here, uses of the skeleton. Okay students, that you have to write, and also just by heart it. So this is your homework, today's homework. You have to read the topics which we have explained today and write the uses of the skeleton. Okay students, up till then stay safe, stay home. Okay, bye students.